What's up, YouTube? I probably should have taken these off and stopped listening to music first before I started, so let's try that again. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, B-Mac. So you guys know by now, I am finally the proud owner of the Apple AirPods. I got these bad boys a few weeks ago, unboxed them on this channel, set them up, gave them a quick little try, and for the most part, I like them. I think they're pretty cool, but there's always a but, isn't there? But after using the AirPods for quite some time now, there are definitely a few improvements that I think need to be made. So I'm not even gonna waste any time. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about the things we need in the Apple AirPods 2. First things first, let's talk about the AirPods design. I think it's pretty agreeable that the AirPods look stylish, they look sexy, they look cool. They're clearly made out of that classic white glossy Apple plastic that we have come to absolutely love. And when you're wearing these things, I think they pretty much look good on everyone. They provide a very unique look. If you have AirPods on, I think you look cool. I'm like, oh, that person looks cool. They have AirPods in. Maybe not so deliberately in my mind, but you get the idea. But we do live in a day and age where we finally have multiple colors of various Apple products. These days we have jet black, gold, rose gold, and even though the AirPods pretty much match all those colors with their white plastic color, I think we kind of need some multiple colors on these bad boys. Now, I don't know about you, but if Apple came out with a space gray version of the Apple AirPods 2, I mean, I wouldn't give it a second thought. I'd beeline it to the closest Apple store and pick them up in an instant. That's what most people these days would call having a problem, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. But from a business standpoint, I think multiple colors with the AirPods makes sense. My gut tells me that if we had AirPods in multiple colors that match the colors of the available iPhones, we would have a lot more consumers that would be that much more likely to actually consider picking up a pair of AirPods to match their phone and to use on a daily basis. Sounds crazy, I know, but trust me, people think about these things. I think about these things. I'm sure you're thinking about those things. People are thinking about these things. Multiple colors like space gray, gold, or rose gold on the Apple AirPods 2 would further expand customization options on the AirPods, make them feel that much more like your own, and like I said before, would probably make more and more people actually consider picking up a pair of AirPods to match their device. But next up, let's talk about something that is probably my biggest pet peeve when it comes to the Apple AirPods. We need some better volume control. As of right now, the only way to actually control the volume of your AirPods is through the device that your AirPods are connected to, whether that be your iPhone, your iPad, your Apple Watch, your computer. Whatever the situation is, the only way to actually control the AirPods volume is through your device or by asking Siri to do so. I think it would be better to have some physical volume control on the side of one of the AirPods, or maybe even both, just to have that option. Now, maybe I change the volume of whatever's playing on my device more often than most people do. It's an option I have on my Beats Studio wireless headphones that I wear at the gym for every workout. If I have to hear, if someone's trying to talk to me, I could just put down the volume real quick just by tapping it real quick on the side like that. Or if a banger song comes on, just pump it up, go to volume 100 with just a few clicks. Having physical volume control on whatever headphones you're using is pretty important to me. It's even something we had on the AirPods with this mic and remote right here. We had volume down and volume up control right there. Something we do not have readily available on the AirPods themselves. Now, like I said before, if you have Siri enabled for one of the double tap options, which we'll talk more about in just a second, if you have Siri enabled with a double tap on one of the AirPods, you could control the volume that way by just asking Siri to turn it up or turn it down, but I mean, who really wants to do that in public? I mean, come on. So I would prefer to have just a quick volume control on the AirPods themselves, rather than having to go through Siri to do it. But that brings up another point, because even if you wanted to use Siri to do so, you still gotta tap the AirPods anyway to bring up that Siri command. Which is why in the Apple AirPods 2, I would really like to see some Hey Siri functionality built in. Like I just said, in order to actually use Siri on the AirPods, you have to use that double tap option on whatever AirPod you have set up for that. For me, that's my left AirPod, so just a quick double tap, Siri's gonna pop up, she's listening to me right now. But again, going back to that truly hands-free scenario, say I'm in a situation where I'm cooking or something, my hands are all dirty, I'm painting, whatever I'm painting, or if I'm at my computer doing work, in a situation like that, I might not actually have the option to be able to double tap that left AirPod to bring up Siri. In which case, for that truly wireless experience, I wish we would have a Hey Siri functionality built in. So even if we don't have physical volume control on the Apple AirPods 2, at least a wireless Hey Siri feature would put us in the step of the right direction. But let's take all that and build on that even further. The whole double tap feature with the accelerometer built into the AirPods, awesome feature, I like it, but once again, here's that but coming through. It's just not the same as that single press, double press, and triple press functionality we get on the AirPods. On the AirPods, with the mic and remote built into the AirPods, this center section right here, we could press that once to play or pause a song, we press it 2 to skip a song, and we press it 3 times to either start the song over or to go back a song. And on top of all that, just to press and hold on this middle button right here, that would bring up Siri. All that right here with one button, one remote. I can't tell you how many times I'll be listening to a shuffle playlist and I want to be skipping through songs. It's cool to be able to, set that up for a double tap to skip through, but sometimes I skip too quick, I want to go back a song, or if I just want to pause a song quickly to be able to hear if someone's talking to me, I can't do all that with the AirPods. I'm limited to 2 commands total. So I guess it's kind of true what they say, you don't truly know what you got until it's gone, because once that functionality on the AirPods for that single press, double press, and triple press was gone on the AirPods, I'm starting to really miss that feature. Being limited to just the Siri on the double tap on the left and just the play and pause on the double tap on the right, it's pretty limiting. Especially considering we even get that on other wireless headphones. Once again, bringing up my studio Beats here, the wireless Beats. Right here, that Beats right there, I have that same functionality built in to that Beats button right there. And believe me, that's super helpful for the gym. Again, to just quickly play or pause, skip a song, whatever I'm doing, all in one button right there. So Apple, do whatever you have to do to the accelerometers, do what you gotta do to switch it up a little bit, but please, give us single, double tap, and triple tap functionality in the Apple AirPods 2. But bringing all that together, all of this that we just mentioned, really all of it is contingent on one thing and one thing in particular. The one thing that can make or break your Apple AirPods experience is the battery life. Now, Apple advertises 5 hours of listening per AirPod or 2.5 hours of talk time per AirPod. I can say that's pretty on par with what I've personally experienced, but I usually crank up the volume of these bad boys to about 75%, 80%, sometimes 85, 90%. And the tests Apple conducted were at 50% volume, so that's where those numbers come from. So 5 hours of listening at 50% volume or 2.5 hours of talk time at 50% volume. And in terms of how fast these things actually charge, from what I've experienced, it takes about 20 to 25 minutes for the AirPods to charge in the actual charging case. And the AirPods charging case itself takes about, I don't know, an hour, a little over an hour to go from 0 to 100%. And I think the charging case holds like a little over 4 full charges worth of actual juice to charge up your AirPods. So battery life and charging time, not that bad. I mean, it would be kind of unfair for me to complain about those numbers because those numbers aren't terrible, but as anyone would expect from a second generation product, we could only hope that the AirPods 2 have even better battery life. I'm thinking something like 8 hours of listening, 4 hours of talk time. And another thing I would really like to have in the AirPods would be wireless charging. So you could just take this charging case with the AirPods in it. Well, not quite like that. Just close it up like that and then boom, onto a charging mat, immediate charging case charging. Being limited to USB charging through the lightning port we have right here, not that bad, but it would be so much simpler just to put my AirPods away and then just pop this thing on an AirPower mat or whatever third-party mat would be compatible with it to have it start charging that way. But Apple has already confirmed that we are going to get wireless charging in the AirPods in the future. From what we know right now, it's probably going to be an additional case you could buy for your existing AirPods, which means we'll probably automatically get wireless charging in the AirPods 2. So those are the 5 areas I think Apple needs to focus on for the AirPods 2. Apple, improve those 5 things and these babies will be even more powerful than they are already. But enough about what I think about the AirPods 2. What do you guys think about the AirPods 2? What do you guys want to see in the second generation of the AirPods? Is there a feature you hope it includes? Is there a feature you hope it excludes? Do me a favor and comment down below your thoughts on the AirPod 2 in the comment section below. As always, I'll be liking, hearting, and replying to some of my favorites. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to smash that thumbs up button and consider subscribing with notifications turned on. That way you never miss another video on this channel. We upload videos to this channel like this one on a weekly basis. I'm gonna go put in my AirPods and strutting around town like one of the cool kids. I think if you have AirPods these days, it automatically makes you a cool kid. I will see you guys in my next video.